Ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, I would like furthermore, I must say that nevertheless, thus it can be concluded that thank you and good night. Now, those are nice linking words for formal speeches and written academic English. But when it comes to IELTS speaking, you need natural spoken linking words. So let's learn some and start practicing. So, did you know that linking words are an important part of fluency, right? They also help you sound more natural when speaking. Why is that important? It's important because sounding natural is the key to IELTS speaking. Oh, whoops, I think I just let the cat out of the bag. That's the big secret. Sounding natural is the key to IELTS speaking. Don't tell anybody else, just between you and me, okay? Also, sounding natural is important, right? Because I don't want you to just be an English student, right? I want you to become an English speaker. There's a big difference, right? An English student will study lots of words and vocabulary. An English speaker practices lots to build up fluency and sound more natural over time. That's what I want for you. If that's what you want too, then stay with me. So in this video, I'm going to explain what linking words are, and I will show you lots of spoken linking words that you can use in your IELTS speaking. Let's get this show on the road. So what are linking words? Basically, they are like the glue that stick your sentences together. As simple as that, okay? They help you connect your sentences and ideas effectively so that other people can understand you clearly. Of course, those other people include the IELTS examiner, so they're really important to help him or her follow you, right? They are also known as connectors or cohesive devices. You may notice in the band descriptors they talk about cohesive devices. But for this video, we will just call them linking words. Now, the reason I mentioned written linking words at the start of this video is that one of the biggest mistakes students make is that in IELTS speaking, they use written linking words that just don't sound right at all. You know, words like nevertheless, furthermore. It can be concluded that, which just don't sound like spoken connectors at all, right? In IELTS speaking, you need to use spoken linking words. Now, don't worry too much, okay? Because the majority of linking words can be used in both writing and speaking. But there are some which are just written linking words and some are just spoken linking words. So today we're going to look at those that are just spoken linking words. Before we get into those linking words today, I'm very happy to let you know that today's video is sponsored by Woodpecker Learning. Woodpecker Learning is a fantastic free video player mobile app built for English learners who want to become English speakers just like you. I love it because it makes learning fun and you can learn easily whilst watching things that you enjoy. It has over 300,000 videos in English all together in one place and all with subtitles, and you can look up words in the subtitles within the app. Brilliant. I'm going to tell you more about that soon, but you can download it for free from the links below. Right now, let's get into those linking words. Now then, for all of the linking words today, I'm going to take a topic. I've chosen a random topic. It's actually one of my favorite topics. It's food and healthy eating. Okay, I'm going to take some questions that I've just made up. These are not IELTS questions. There are just typical questions you would find in a conversation about healthy eating. But the important thing is the linking words you will learn can be used for any topic and to answer any question. Okay, first of all, linking words meaning firstly. We're going to look at firstly, to kick off, first off, and from the outset or at the outset. Let's take a question and look at different possible answers you could give using these linking words. Is it a good idea to always eat healthy food? Yes, it is. Firstly, it helps us feel better, but it can also help us live longer. Right, that's quite simple. Or we can say, yes, I'd say so. To kick off, a healthy diet helps us feel better and it can also help us live longer. Right, nice. So we've got yes, I'd say so instead of yes, I think so. Nice change. To kick off, link, kick off, to kick off, meaning to begin or to start with, right? To start with, to kick off. A healthy diet helps us feel better. And Nice. Or, first off, I'm inclined to agree, but it depends on the situation. So here, first off, again, there's a linking. First off with a d, not a t, but a d. First off just means to begin with or to start with. First off, I'm inclined to agree. That's a nice expression, right? I tend to agree. I more or less agree. I'm inclined to agree. Nice. Or from the outset, I'd say yes, it is. But eating healthy food all the time can also be a tall order sometimes. Right. From the outset, right? Again, meaning from the beginning. From the outset, you can also say at the outset. Both are okay. I'd say yes, it is. It can also be a tall order. If you've watched the video last week, you'll know what that means, right? Difficult, a tall order. Great. These are different linking words to say firstly. And now linking words meaning also. We're going to look at also, on top of that, what's more, and come to think of it. And the question is, what are the benefits of eating healthy food? On the one hand, you feel better and also you can live longer. Straightforward, right? Notice with also, you can also say and also. Also or and also. It's fine. Or, well, obviously you feel better. On top of that, you have more energy to spend time with family and friends. Very nice, right? On top of that, right? Very similar to in addition. You can also use in addition when you're speaking, right? As well as writing and speaking. But on top of that is just a little bit more colloquial and shows your control of natural English. On top of that, there's a linking again on top of that, and try and get the chunk, right? Don't say on top of that. No, get the chunk, right? The piece on top of that. On top of that. Try it. On top of that. That's it. Nice. Great. Good. Or, well, obviously you feel better, and come to think of it, it's a great way to lose weight. Now, this is a lovely linking word, linking phrase, actually, right? And come to think of it, we use this when you want to add something you have just thought of or just remembered as you're speaking, right? And come to think of it, it's quite tricky. And again, you want to get the chunk, right? Say it as one piece, right? And come to think of it, try this with me, right? Just repeat with me. Vit, of it, cov it, think of it, to think of it, come to think of it, and come to think of it. Very nice. The and becomes un, right? And come to think of it. That chunk is really nice to practice. Great. So let me ask you then, what are the benefits of eating healthy food? That's it. Lovely. Remember, the secret is in the practice. Keep practicing. Let's move on. Next, linking words meaning but. And we're going to be looking at but, mind you, but at the same time, that said. And here's the question. Do you eat healthy food? Yes, I do, but I must admit I don't eat healthy food every day. Right? Yes, I do, but, and then we're giving a contrast, right? I must admit, that's a nice expression. It's like I must tell you the truth, or to tell you the truth, or to be honest, I must admit I don't eat healthy food every day. Or, yes, I do. Mind you, it's not always that easy. So I don't manage to eat healthy food every day. Yes, I do. Mind you is just very similar to but, and it makes what you said before less strong, right? I said, yes, I do. Mind you, then I'm telling the listener I'm going to contradict or say something opposing what I just said. Or, well, I try to, but at the same time, I must confess I don't eat healthy food every day. Right? This is a nice expression. I try to, but at the same time. But at the same time, just meaning but, right? Try and get the chunk, but at the same time. But at the same time, if you like your American accent, but at the same time, but at the same time. Try. But at the same time. Yeah, nice. If you can get the chunk, that will help your fluency. I must confess, I don't eat. I must confess is the same as I must admit. But notice must admit, must, the T becomes a D sound because we're linking to admit. Must admit. But must confess, the T disappears because there's a consonant in confess. I must confess, right? But nice expressions. Finally, yes, I do. That said, it can be a real struggle if you're eating out with friends. So, no, I don't eat healthy food every day. Okay, again, with the same meaning. Yes, I do. That said, so I'm going to now make what I said less strong. Lovely. It can be a real struggle. Remember that expression from one of the other videos about adjectives for difficult? Yeah, it can be a real struggle. Nice. Let's move on. Now, just before we continue with the remaining linking words, a small point, right? One of the challenges of learning new linking words or phrases is knowing when and how to use them. It's really difficult, right? But the best way is to see them or hear them in lots of different contexts. So this video is a great start, but it is just that. It's a start. And that's why actually I think it's great that Woodpecker are sponsoring this video, because the Woodpecker mobile app has access to thousands of videos where you can see linking words in action, right? Especially if you look for talks like TED Talks, chat shows, conversations, you'll be able to see and hear these linking words. A very quick example, let me show you one here. Here is a video. It's an example of a TED Talk where we can see down below the subtitles.
So I would like to start by telling you about one of my greatest friends.
Great. So I would like to start. You can see straight away there we've got a linking to begin, right? Great for starting a part 2 answer. I would like to start.
I would like to start. I would like to start. I would like to start.
So what I'm doing here is I can stop and repeat that chunk again and again, so I can practice the pronunciation and get it fluently as a chunk, which is great. And then if there are words that I don't understand, I can add them to my dictionary, get the definition, and then I have lists of words that are new words that I may want to review later. Fantastic. So a great tool to be learning and practicing new linking words. Let's carry on with some more linking words. Next, linking words meaning to be honest. We're going to be looking at to be honest, quite honestly, to be totally upfront. And the question is, do you sometimes eat fast food? To be honest, I don't like fast food very much, though I might eat it with friends once in a while. Nice. Or you could say, quite honestly, I'm not particularly fond of fast food. Mind you, I might eat it with friends once in a while. Okay. The same meaning, right? Exactly the same. Notice the expression, I'm not particularly fond of. That's nice. I'm not fond of. I'm not particularly, not very. I'm not particularly fond of something, right? Eat it once in a while, every now and then, sometimes. Or you can say, to be totally upfront, I don't like fast food very much, but that said, I might eat it with friends once in a while. The same meaning, right? Great, let's move on. Finally, we're looking at the linking words meaning in summary, which, by the way, is a very written linking phrase, in summary. We wouldn't say that. Here, we're going to look at overall, in a nutshell, basically. Here's the question. Do you sometimes eat fast food? I might if I'm with friends, but not if I'm alone. Overall, I don't like fast food that much. Lovely. Or you could say, I might if I'm with friends, but not if I'm alone. In a nutshell, I don't like fast food that much. Right? Same meaning. Or I might if I'm with friends, but not if I'm alone. Basically, I don't like fast food that much. Right? All of these meaning the same, exactly the same. But what about you then? Do you sometimes eat fast food? That's very interesting. Excellent. Great. Moving on. Great. So we've seen lots of spoken linking words today. We've looked at synonyms for firstly, but, also, to be honest, in summary, and I hope you can see how important they are to make yourself clear, to help the examiner understand you, and to build your fluency. The key is in the practice. Start practicing in your spoken conversations and in your IELTS answers, and really try to focus on the chunk, right? Try and make the linking word or phrase into one chunk or one sound, and that helps you with your fluency. I really do hope that all of this not only helps you become a better English student, but actually a better English speaker, sounding more natural as you build up fluency and confidence. A big thank you again to Woodpecker Learning for sponsoring this video. You can download the app. The links are down below. It's for free. And just notice, as you start watching lots and lots more videos, you'll start to notice these linking words. Start noticing them, start trying to practice them. And if you ever struggle to understand a word, with Woodpecker, just press the word in the captions and you get the definition. Excellent. What a fantastic learning app. Thank you very much, guys, at Woodpecker Learning. And thank you to all of you for watching me and for following me. I really do appreciate it. Please do remember, subscribe, turn on the notifications, and leave me a comment, right? Tell me, what are you watching on Woodpecker Learning and which linking word have you noticed recently? That's it. Take care, my friends. All the best now. Bye-bye.